So that is we discussed about projectile motion. So in case of projectile motion, a body is projected vertically upwards, horizontal component does not change. And also acceleration due to gravity, total energy does not change. Does not change. The physical quantities which are remains constant in case of projectile motion. That is projectile motion. Which physical quantities are remains constant? Acceleration due to gravity, total energy, and the horizontal component remains constant. Which physical quantities are changes? That is velocity, speed, kinetic energy, potential energy, and momentum changes. These 5 physical quantities are changes for projectile motion. For a projectile motion. So now, let us discuss horizontal projectiles. Horizontal projectile. Horizontal projectile. Already in yesterday class we discussed about some that is oblique projectiles. Oblique projectile means, what is the difference between oblique projectile and horizontal projectile? Oblique projectile means an object thrown into space making an angle theta with respect to horizontal. That is called oblique projectile. So what is meant by horizontal projectile? A body or an object thrown with the horizontal. From certain height, of course, from the certain height of the ground, that is called a horizontal projectiles. See, horizontal projectile motion like this. So a body is projected from certain height like this. U be the initial velocity like this. This is the projectile motion. This is the height of the body. This is nothing but horizontal projectile. Oblique projectile means like this. Already we discussed about oblique projectile. So an object thrown into space making an angle theta with the horizontal. So like this. This is called oblique projectile. So these are the horizontal projectiles. Horizontal projectile means a body projected from certain height with the horizontal. Along with the horizontal is called a horizontal projectile. So now, in this case, a body is projected horizontally. So then after, body fall down on the earth's surface. This is the maximum range traveled by the body. So, see, this is vertical velocity, vertical component. Of course, this is the horizontal component. So, theta with alpha with an angle. This is the velocity component along horizontal. This is vertical component along the, of course, this is Vy is the vertical component. That is downward direction. This is the horizontal component. Okay, now, so initial vertical velocity. What is initial vertical velocity? So initial vertical velocity remains a constant. See, U be the initial vertical velocity. Initial horizontal velocity. Initial horizontal velocity U is constant. Initial horizontal velocity does not change. That is nothing but U. Initial vertical velocity. Initial vertical velocity is what? Initial vertical velocity. So like this, Vy is equal to like this, Uy is equal to 0. Because a body projected horizontally, only the body possesses initial horizontal velocity like this. Initial horizontal velocity that is constant. Initial vertical velocity is what? Initial vertical velocity is 0. ఎందుకంటే బాడీ మనం ఎట్లా ప్రొజెక్ట్ చేసాం అప్పుడు ఈ డైరెక్షన్ ఇనిషియల్ వెలాసిటీ ఎంతైనా vertical side initial velocity will be 0. Final vertical velocity So Vy is equal to u plus gt. That is Vy is equal to, so initial vertical velocity is 0, that is equal to g. That is equal to g. So this is the, so final vertical velocity. Final vertical velocity. So after, that is in terms of heights, I will take in terms of heights vertical v square is equal to u square plus 2gh. 2gh. In case of heights consider cheste ganaka manam, so initial vertical velocity will be 0. Vy is equal to what? Square root of 2gh. H be the height. H be the height. Okay. This is the height. Vy. This is the final vertical velocity. Final vertical velocity. So magnitude of their velocity is square root of Vx square plus Vy square. Initial horizontal velocity and initial vertical velocity. This is the magnitude. This is the magnitude. Next, angle. So that is tan alpha is equal to Vy by Vx. What is the value of Vy? Gt by u. This is u. There is a constant. Or gt is nothing but gt రాయొచ్చు మనం లేదంటే vertical velocity Vy is equal to what? Root of 2gh. So root of 2gh divided by u. Root of 2gh by u. That is also tan alpha. This is an alpha. Alpha is the angle made by the horizontal velocity with respect to projectile motion. So now alpha is equal to what? Tan inverse of that is root of 2gh by u. Root of 2gh by u. That is the alpha. This is the horizontal motion. In this case, how to find out the range? This is the net velocity or magnitude of velocity after a certain time interval. V is equal to root of vx square plus vy square. So range, in case of horizontal projectiles, how to find out the range? Actually, range is equal to horizontal velocity into time. So that is the time taken by the body from maximum height to reaches the ground. Maximum height to reaches the ground. That is nothing but time of descent. So r is equal to horizontal velocity is what? Horizontal velocity is u into td. Td means like this, using s is equal to ut plus half gt square. So s is nothing but h. Initial velocity is what? Initial vertical velocity is 0, like this, half gt square. So t square is equal to 2h by g. T is equal to square root of 2h by g. This is the time taken by the body from maximum height to ground. So this is nothing but time of descent. Time of descent is what? Square root of 2h by g. This is the range of projectile. This is the range of projectile. Which projectile? Horizontal projectile. So range of horizontal projectile. Now moreover, that is horizontal displacement. Horizontal displacement. Horizontal displacement. Horizontal displacement is equal to what? Horizontal distance is equal to velocity into time. So u into time, ut. Horizontal displacement is equal to horizontal velocity. Horizontal displacement, I will take x. X is equal to u into t. Similarly, vertical displacement. Vertical displacement. See, y is equal to what? Vertical displacement, that is half gt square. Half gt square. See, y is equal to what? Half g. What is the value of t? In this case, t is equal to x by u. X by u whole square. Then y is equal to half g x square by u square. This is nothing but a parabolic equation. This is nothing but a parabolic equation. This is the vertical displacement. This is the vertical displacement of horizontal projectile. So what is meant by horizontal projectile? An object thrown horizontally, thrown into space along a horizontal from certain height. From a certain height. That is nothing but a horizontal projectile. So initial horizontal velocity is nothing but u, that is constant. Initial vertical velocity is equal to 0 because initial vertical velocity 0. ఎందుకంటే initially horizontal velocity ఉంది కానీ vertical velocity లేదు. Next final vertical velocity is how much? Using the equation of motion v equal to e plus at. Initial vertical velocity is 0, so final vertical velocity is equal to gt. Or in terms of heights తీసుకుంటే కనుక final vertical velocity is equal to root of 2gh. Then magnitude of velocity is v is equal to root of vx square plus vy square. See dear students, vx is nothing but initial horizontal velocity is nothing but u. Okay. Now, so direction tan alpha is equal to vy by vx, then gt by u or root of 2gh by u. So this is the alpha. Next, how to find out the range in case of horizontal projectile? So range is equal to horizontal velocity into time of descent. Time of descent. Like this, by using this equation, then we will get the time of descent. Substituting the value of time of descent in this, r is equal to u into root of 2h by g. This is the range of horizontal projectile. Next, how to find out the horizontal displacement? Horizontal displacement is equal to what? Horizontal velocity into time. Now vertical displacement is what? Y is equal to 1 by 2 into gt square. In this case, what is the time factor? Time is the time taken by the projectile from maximum height to reaches the ground. So y is equal to half g, t value is, that is x by u whole square of g x square by u square. This is the vertical displacement in case of horizontal projectile. Now let us discuss from complementary angles of projectile motion. So before that, one example about horizontal projectile. One example: a body is projected with a velocity u along horizontally. A body is projected with a velocity u along horizontal from certain height h which is equal to range is equal to range. A body is projected with a velocity u along horizontal from certain height h, which is equal to range. Okay. Now see, this is the horizontal velocity, like this. The body is projected horizontally, makes an angular, of course. Sorry, a body is projected along horizontal with a velocity u. Okay, this is the height. This is the range. So in this case, range is equal to what? Height. So then vertical displacement, that is range is equal to what? R is equal to u root of 2h by g. R is equal to what? R is equal to h. It is equal to u root of 2h by g. Squaring on both sides, h square is equal to u square 2h by g. one h cancel out. U is equal to what? U is equal to what? Hg by 2u. Hg by 2u square. Sorry. See, in this case, find out the velocity. So on cross multiplication, Hg by 2. So like this, Hg by 2, that is equal to u square. U is equal to what? Square root of Hg by 2. Hg by, so u is equal to what? Square root of Hg by 2, where h height already given, g is the gravity, that is 2 is the some constant, Hg by 2. So a body is projected with a velocity u along horizontal from certain height h, which is equal to range. Find the velocity. Find the velocity of projection. Velocity of projection. Find the velocity of projection. How to find out the velocity of projection in case of horizontal projectiles? So like this, simple way. Is the range? What I already question law. Range is equal to height and r equal to u into root of 2h by g. So r is equal to what? H. That is equal to u into root of 2h by g. Squaring on both sides. H square is equal to u square 2h by g. H and h get cancel out. So on cross multiplication, hg by 2 is equal to u square. U is equal to what? Root of hg by 2. Okay. This is the one example about horizontal projection. Similarly, so one example for oblique projectile. Oblique projectile. Suppose a body, oblique projectile. An example, a body, oblique projectile. A body is projected. A body is projected at an angle of 30 degree with respect to horizontal. With respect to horizontal with a velocity of 10 meter per second. 10 meter per second. Find maximum height. First one, maximum height. Second one, range. Second one, range. And also find out the time of flight. And time of flight. Time of flight. Okay. This is the example for oblique projectile. So a body is projected at an angle of 30 degree with respect to horizontal with a velocity of 10 meter per second. Find maximum height, range and time of flight. Take g is equal to 10 meter per second square. 10 meter per second square. So now, first one, maximum height, h maxima is equal to what? U square sin square theta by 2g. U square sin square theta by 2g, like this. Now u square sin square theta, what is the value of u? See, 10 square, that is 10 into 10 into sin square. Theta is what? Theta is equal to 30 degree divided by 2 into g value 10. So 110 cancel out, 2 ones are 2 5s are. So 5 into sin 30, 1 by 2 whole square, that is 1 by 4. That is 5 by 4. This is the meters. This is the h maxima. H maxima. That is maximum height. Next, another one. Another one is time of flight. Next one, sorry, range. Range. So range r is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g. U square sin 2 theta by g. U square is nothing but 100. Sin 2 theta is what? 30 degree. G value, that is 10. 1 0 0 cancel out. 10 into sin 60 what? Root 3 by 2. 2 ones are 2 5s are that is 5 root 3 meter. That is the range. Next, similarly, time of flight. Time of flight T is equal to 2u sin theta by g. 2u sin theta by g. T is equal to what? 2 into u. What's the value of u? That is 10. 10 into sin 30 degree by g value 10. Cancel out. 2 into sin 30 is nothing but 1 by 2 is equal to just 1 second. This is the time of flight in case of oblique projectile. Okay. So now one more application, that is complementary angular projections. Complementary angles. Complementary angles of projection. Complementary angles means the sum of angles is equal to 90 degree. The sum of angles is equal to 90 degree. Theta 1 plus theta 2 is equal to what? 90 degree. So complementary angles. Complementary angles of projection. Angle of projections. So complementary angles means the sum of angles is equal to 90 degree. 90 degree. See, first one. At what angles? Suppose, dear student, suppose this is the projectile motion like this. A body is projected making an angle theta with respect to horizontal. This is the maximum range covered by the first projectile. So with the velocity is what? U. Next, another body is projected, so making an angle of, that is 90 minus theta. 90 minus theta. Then range will be same. Range will be same. Okay. Range will be same. So complementary angles mean the sum of angles are equal. At what angles? The ranges are equal. At what angles? Ranges are equal. So first one is theta and another one is 90 minus theta. So theta or 90 minus theta, the ranges are equal. So complementary angles, first one is range. First one is range. Range. So suppose I will take first one, first product R1 equal to u square sin square theta by, that is u square sin 2 theta by g. U square sin 2 theta by g. First one is projected by theta, second one is projected by 90 minus theta with respect to horizontal. Okay. Similarly, R2 is equal to what? U square sin 2 90 minus theta by g. 90 minus theta by g. Okay. So, simply in this case, R1, that is R1 is equal to R2. So R1 is equal to what? U square sin 2 theta by g is equal to U square sin 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta by g. So U square sin 2 theta by g is equal to U square sin 180 minus sin 180 minus by this 2 theta. U square sin 2 theta by g. See, R1 is equal to what? R1 is equal to what? R2. So a body at what angles? Range is maximum. Ranges are same. That is, first one is theta and second one is 90 minus theta. 90 minus theta. So then the ranges are equal. The ranges are equal. ఒక బాడీని మనం theta angle తో ప్రొజెక్ట్ చేసామన్నా, ఇంకో బాడీని మనం 90 minus theta తో ప్రొజెక్ట్ చేసాం. The ranges రెండు కూడా ఈక్వల్ రేంజ్ ప్రొజెక్ట్ అవుతుంది. రెండు కూడా ఈక్వల్ రేంజెస్ క్యారీ అవుతుంది. So this is R1 sin, that is R1 equal to U square sin 2 theta by G, R2 U square sin 2 90 minus theta by G. So multiply, of course R1 equal to R2 equal చేసాం కదా. So equal చేస్తే మనకి basically R1 equal to R2 వచ్చేసింది. That is R1 is equal to what? U square sin 2 theta by G. R2 is equal to what? U square sin 180 minus 2 theta by G. Is nothing but same. So theta 90 minus theta తో చేస్తే వాటి ranges రెండు కూడాను equal. Suppose first one is 30, second one is, an example about this. A body is projected making an angle of 30 degree with respect to horizontal. And another one is projected by an angle 60 degree with respect to horizontal. What are the ranges in this case? Calculate the ranges in this case, of course. So suppose a body is projected making an angle theta with respect to horizontal with a velocity u. So R1 is equal to what? U square sin 2 theta by G. R1 is equal to U square sin 2 into theta, that is sin 60. Sin 60 value is what? Sin 60 degree by G. R1 is equal to what? U square by G. Sin 60, that is root 3 by 2. This is the value, R1 value. Range of projectile. So whenever the body is or projectile is projected with an angle theta with respect to horizontal. So suppose this one, I will take theta equal to 60 degree. R2 is equal to U square sin 2 theta by G. R2 is equal to U square by G sin 2 into, what is the value of theta? 60 degree. So U square by G sin, that is sin 120 degree. Sin 120 is what? Again, that is root 3 by 2. U square by G root 3 by 2. So for 30 degree and 60 degree, ranges are equal. Ranges are equal. So this is the complementary angles. Complementary angle of projections. Similarly, so for what angles ranges are equal? Theta and 90 minus theta. The sum of two angles is nothing but 90 degree. Next one, heights. Second one is height. A body is projected making an angle theta, another one is projected by 90 minus theta. So in this case, how to calculate the heights? Height, maximum height, like this. This is h1, this is h2. h1 is equal to u square maxima sin square theta by 2g. h1 is equal to what? U square. h2 is equal to what? U square sin square 90 minus theta by 2g. So this is equation number 1. h2 is equal to u square sin square sin 90 minus theta cos theta, that is cos square theta by 2g. So then this is equation number 2. Dividing 1 by 2, that is h1 by h2. What is the value of h1? U square sin square theta by 2g into 2g by u square cos square theta. Cos square theta. U square cancel out. 2g also cancel out. Then h1 by h2 is equal to what? Tan square theta. Tan square theta. So a bodies are projected by complementary angles. So then the ratio of heights, maximum height h1 by h2 is equal to tan square theta. This is an important application. Okay, important one. Okay, now time factors, that is time of flights. Complementary angles in case of time of flights. Time of flight. Time of flight. So time of flight T1 is equal to 2u sin theta by g. First one is projected. Theta 1 is equal to what? Theta. Second one is projected 90 minus theta. What is the relation between time of flights? So first one, make an angle theta with respect to horizontal. That is T1 equal to 2u sin theta by g. Next to T2 is equal to what? 2u sin 90 minus theta by g. Sin 90 minus theta by g. So T2 is equal to what? 2u sin 90 minus theta cos theta by g. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Dividing 1 by 2. So that is T1 by T2 is equal to what? 2u sin theta by g into g by 2u cos theta. G cancel out, 2u cancel out. T1 by T2 is equal to what? Tan theta. Like this. So in case of complementary angles of projections, so first of all we calculate the ranges. So ranges are equal whenever the body is projected with velocity of 30 degree or 60 degree, or theta is equal to, first one is theta equal to theta and second one theta 2 is equal to what? 90 minus theta. So ranges are same. Next, in case of heights, like this, what is the ratio? H1 by H2 is equal to, in case of complementary angles, tan square theta. In case of complementary angles means what? First one is theta, second one body is projected by 90 minus theta. So T1 by T2 is equal to what? Tan theta. T1 by T2 is equal to what? Tan theta. Okay. These are the complementary angles also very most important. Next one. Next, one more application. See, a body is projected an angle of sight. A body is projected, one more application. A body is projected. A body is projected at an angle of line of sight. Line of sight. A body is projected at an angle of line of sight. Line of sight alpha with respect to horizontal. With respect to horizontal. 2. A body is projected at an angle of line of sight alpha with horizontal to angle of projection. Angle of projection theta with respect to horizontal. With respect to horizontal. Okay. In this case, what is the relation between line of sight, angle of line of sight with respect to horizontal, and angle of projection theta with respect to horizontal? So what is the relation between them? See, a body is projected like this. A body is projected making an angle theta with respect to horizontal. With respect to horizontal theta and line of sight. Angle of line of sight. So like this. Angle of line of sight. So like this. This is a angle of line of sight. OA. So this is the angle of line of sight, alpha. So this is a maximum, H maxima or displacement Y, whatever. This is maxima. And this is what? R by 2. This is also R by 2. Total R. Total R. Okay. So in this case, tan alpha is equal to what? Tan alpha is equal to H maxima by R by 2. R by 2. That is, tan alpha is equal to what? 2H by R. 2H by R. Already we know 4H is equal to R tan theta. Already this is discussed in yesterday class. We know 4H is equal to R tan theta. Then tan alpha is equal to 2H by R. Then 2 తో మల్టిప్లై అండ్ డివైడ్ చేస్తున్నాను నాన్న. దట్ ఈస్ 4h by 2r. 4h by 2r. Okay, see on cross multiplication like this, 4h by r is equal to what? Tan theta. 4h by r is equal to what? This is tan theta. So then tan alpha is equal to tan theta by 2. See, this is the relation between angle of sight and angle of projection. Angle of sight and angle of projection. See, 2h by r, పైన ఒక 2 కింద ఒక 2 తో మల్టిప్లై అండ్ డివైడ్ చేశాను. 2 into 2 4h by 2r. So 4h by r is nothing but what? Tan theta. So simply tan theta by 2. This is the relation between angle of sight, angle of line of sight with the angle of projection. Angle of projection. Okay. This is also one more application, that is a important application. Okay. Now so okay, now next another one on another application. So average velocity is equal to what? Average velocity is equal to total displacement by total time. So for projectile motion, first of all, we will discuss projectile motion. For projectile motion, generally average velocity is equal to total displacement by total time. So V average is equal to total displacement is what? Suppose like this. So a body is projected with a velocity u, making an angle theta with respect to horizontal. Then this is the maximum range. So total displacement by total time. Total displacement is what? Total displacement is nothing but so like this, range by total time is nothing but time of flight. So range is equal to what? That is, range is equal to u square sine 2 theta by g whole divided by 2u sine theta by g. So average velocity of the projectile is equal to, see, u square sine 2 theta is nothing but 2 sine theta cos theta divided by g into g divided by 2u sine theta. So g get cancelled out. 1u cancel out. 2 also cancel out. Sine theta also cancel out. So finally V average is equal to, that is u cos theta. This is the average velocity in case of projectile motion. Now for one dimensional, this is projectile motion, means this is two-dimensional motion. Two application about projectile motion. So this is an important application for projectile motion like this. So a body is projected from a certain height. So this is the height. A body is projected from a certain height like this, with a velocity u. Theta be the angle made by the projectile with the horizontal. So in this case, how to calculate this is total range. So in this case, a body is projected with a velocity u from certain height, h. Theta be the angle made by the projectile with the horizontal. So in this case, how to find out the total height? This is one more important application. So see, dear student, this is the maximum height gained by the projectile. Maximum height traveled by the projectile after certain height. Okay. Now this is the height of the body. Of course, from certain height a projectile is from certain height a body is projected with a velocity u. See, already we know in case of height of the tower, height is equal to what? So minus h is equal to ut plus half gt square. So minus h this is the one dimensional formula, but it is applicable for projection motion. Minus h is equal to, instead of u sin theta, because projected vertically. Of course, vertical motion, I will take only vertical. So u sin theta into t minus, instead of a, that is a equal to minus z. So of gt square. Of g. This is the height, or only this height, or h is equal to what? Minus u sin theta into t plus of gt square. This is only height of the tower. So from this tower a body is projected with a velocity u, theta be the angle of projection. So what is the maximum height? Same, maximum height is nothing but what? Maximum height is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. So total height attained by the body from the ground. So total height is equal to what? H plus h maximum. H plus h maximum. This is the one application. Now, for one dimensional motion, how to find out the average velocity? Average velocity is equal to total displacement by total time. So suppose a body moving from one region to another region with a velocity v1 and v2 by a displacements are s1 and s2. In this case, what is the average velocity? Average velocity is equal to total displacement what? S1 plus S2. Total time what? T1 plus T2. That is S1 plus S2 divided by T1 is nothing but S1 by V1. Similarly T2 S2 by V2. Then V average is equal to S1 plus S2 divided by, so V1 V2 are LCM. So S1 V2 plus S2 V1. So V average is equal to V1 V2 S1 plus S2 divided by S1 V2 plus S2 V1. S2 V1. So in this case, this is the average velocity of the body. See, dear students, in case of one-dimensional motion, how to find out the average velocity? Whenever the body moving with the velocity v1 after with the velocity v2, we travel by distance of s1 with the velocity v1 and s2 with the velocity v2. In this case, how to find out the average velocity? Like this. Average equal v1 v2 1 bracket between s1 plus s2 divided by s1 v2 plus s2 v1. In case of average velocity, of course, how to find out the average velocity in case of three distances covered by with velocity v1, v2, v3. Each distance are equal, s by 3, and also this is also s by 3. Then average velocity is equal to 3v1, v2, v3 divided by v1, v2 plus v2, v3 plus v3, v1. And similarly, moreover, another example, so a body moving with velocity v1 in a time interval t1 and v2 in a time interval t2. In this case, how to find out the average velocity? Average velocity is equal to, that is, total displacement by total time. Total displacement of course s1 plus s2 divided by total time t1 plus t2. So s1 is nothing but distance is equal to velocity into time. So that is v1 t1 plus v2 t2 by t1 plus t2. T1 plus this is the average velocity. In case of velocity and time will be given. Okay, v1 t1 plus v2 t2 by t1 plus t2. Okay. Okay. Next one, velocity or displacement graphs, displacement time graphs. Displacement graphs. First one, displacement time graph. A graph drawn, displacement on y-axis, time on x-axis is nothing but displacement time graph. So see, suppose like this, a body at rest, this is nothing but displacement time graph in case of body at rest. The body displacement does not change, or distance does not, akkade ade position undi, any time lo ఏ టైం లో తీసుకున్నా కూడా అదే అక్కడే ఉంది బాడీ. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇది ఒక 3 meters అనుకుందాం. This is 1, this is 2, this is 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours. After 3 hours body 3 meter akkade ఉంది. There is no change in displacement. So next one is body moving with like this. This is the displacement versus time graph. So this is the body moving with constant velocity, like this, constant velocity. So the body moving with constant velocity, body covers equal displacements in equal interval of time, like this, equal displacements in equal interval of time. Ante so 1 meter ki 1 second పోతే next 1 meter ki ఇంకొక just this is 2 seconds. Ante difference 1, this is also difference in time also 1 second. So body covers equal displacements in equal interval of time. Okay, 1 second లో 1 meter పోయింది, next 1 second లో ఇంకొక 1 meter పోయింది, next 1 second లో ఇంకొక 1 meter పోయింది, like this. This is 3 seconds, this is 3 meters. Okay, so constant velocity means acceleration is what? 0. Acceleration is what? 0. So in this case slope indicates like this. The velocity time graph, displacement time graph, slope like this. Slope, this is of course I will take theta. Slope indicates what? Slope indicates tan theta is equal to opposite side, that is opposite side s by, this is displacement by time, is nothing but velocity. Slope indicates tan theta, that is equal to velocity, In case of displacement time graph, slope indicates velocity, that is nothing but tan theta. See one example. Suppose like this, one body moving with velocity v1, another body moving with velocity v2. This is displacement versus time graph. So one body makes an angle of 30 degree with respect to time x-axis, another one makes an angle 60 degree. What is the ratio of v1 and v2? What is the ratio of v1 and v2? Simply, in case of displacement time graph, slope indicates what? Tan theta. So tan theta is equal to V. This is the standard formula. Tan theta 1 is equal to V1. Directly రాస్తున్నాను. Tan theta 2 is equal to V2. V1 by V2. Tan theta 1 is equal to V1. Tan theta is equal to V2. So dividing equation 1 by 2. So tan theta 1 is what? 30 degree. Of course, this is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Tan 30 by tan 60 dividing 1 by 2. So V1 by V2. Tan 30 what? That is 1 by root 3. Tan 60 root 3. That is equal to V1 by V2. So that is 1 by 3. V1 by V2 is equal to what? 1 by 3. So a body moving with a velocity V1 makes an angle of 30 degree with the time axis, and another body moving with velocity V2 makes an angle 60 degree with the time axis. What is the ratio of V1 by V2? So V1 by V2 is equal to what? 1 by 3. Simple and very most important problem. Okay. Next one. So displacement time graph. See. So a parabola like this. Displacement time graph. A body moving with increasing velocity. Okay. A body moving with the initial, of course, a body moving with increasing velocity. Now, this is first one, and second one is velocity time graph. Velocity time graph. So velocity time graph. See this velocity time graph. A body moving with a uniform velocity. In this case, a body moving with a uniform velocity, velocity is equal to constant, acceleration is equal to 0. So in the velocity time graph, slope indicates acceleration. Okay. So, and another one graph like this, velocity versus time. A body initially at 0 velocity, then after moving with the increasing velocity, that is constant acceleration. Increasing velocity means constant acceleration. In this case, acceleration will be constant. Okay, so slope indicates what? Slope indicates like this, acceleration. Slope indicates acceleration. Of course, same. Tan theta is equal to what? V by t, or delta t by delta v by delta t. So tan theta is equal to v2 minus v1 by t2 minus t1. That is nothing but acceleration. Velocity time graph. Okay. So, and one example, how to, in velocity time graph, of course, slope under the curve indicates this is the total distance or displacement. Area under the curve indicates distance or displacement. So, for example, suppose like this. This is velocity time graph. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, this is 2 and this is 4. Velocity meter per second. This is the time in second. Okay. So in this case, how to find out the distance and displacement? So area under the curve indicates distance or displacement. So how to find out the distance? First of all, we calculate the distance. So distance, total distance traveled by the body. So this is the triangle, this is the one square, that is rectangular, this is also rectangular. So triangle is nothing but half into area, half into base, into height is what? That is also 4. Plus, in this case rectangular, length into breadth. Of course, this is 2, minus 2, of course. That is 2 into difference. Difference is what? 8 minus 4, 4 into 2 plus, in this case, same, 4 into difference is what? 4 into 4. 4 into 4. Okay. So 2 ones are, 2 twos are, that is the total distance is equal to 4 into 2, 8 plus 4 into 8 plus 16. 16 plus 16, 32 meters. This is the distance, total distance traveled by the body, like this. And how to calculate the displacement? How to calculate the displacement? So displacement means the area total traveled by the distance minus and the total area traveled by the distance in below x-axis and above x-axis. So first of all, the difference between areas in above x-axis and below x-axis. Below x-axis indicates displacement. So ఈ రెండు ఏరియాస్ మనం రాసేసి దాంట్లోంచి ఈ ఏరియాని కనుక మైనస్ చేస్తే టోటల్ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ ట్రావెల్ బై ద బాడీ వచ్చేసింది. సో ఇది ఎంతనా? ఈ రెండు ఏరియా వచ్చేసేసి హాఫ్ ఇంటూ బేస్ ఇంటూ హైట్, దట్ ఈస్ 4 ప్లస్ ఇది, దిస్ ఈస్ ఫస్ట్ వన్ S1 అనుకుందాం. ఇది వచ్చేసేసి దట్ ఈస్ 4 ఇంటూ this is also 4. So S1 is equal to what? 4 into 2 8 plus 4 into 4 16. That is equal to 24 meters. Similarly S2 what? Below x-axis, like this. 2 into 4. That is 8. 8 nana. Actually, distance never be negative. Displacement may be negative or positive or 0. So in this case, this is negative division. This is nothing but minus 8 because this is minus 2. So displacement, total displacement what? Total displacement. Total displacement is equal to 24 minus 8, that is equal to 16 meters. 16 meters. 16 plus 4, 20 plus 4. Okay. This is the distance and this is the displacement from this graph. Okay. This is also important.